Hey, what's up guys? This is Chris Chofie with No Nonsense Real Estate, otherwise known as No Nonsense Chris. This particular video isn't going to be about house flipping or renovation tips. I want to address something as quick as possible that I want people to be aware of because there's a lot of misconceptions out there. In Southwest Florida in particular, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, we're seeing a big influx of new construction, particularly spec homes. For those of you who don't know what the fuck a spec home is, in plain English, it's when a builder fronts the cost for construction. They already own the lot, they're building the house. On the speculation, they'll be able to find a buyer throughout the process to sell it to you when it's done. Simple as that. The problem right now is for builders who didn't buy land right, land cost is increasing. And still builders, while they're pushing envelopes and selling properties 20, 30, 35, even 40,000 higher than resales, there's a cap on how far they can push that number where it's not going to appraise out. So a lot of these builders, unfortunately, have to cut cost. So either they're bringing lower skilled labor, they're scaling back on the finishings, they're scaling back on the design, whatever it may be. So what this video is going to address is some tips to cover your ass and also be aware that new construction doesn't necessarily mean top quality. So here's the first tip. If you find a new construction house and you fall in love with it, it's a spec house, you can kind of see where it is, you know the direction it's going, and you want to submit a contract. Do not, and if your realtor says anything different, punch them in the face or fire them. Don't really punch them, but fire them. Draft a contract to state, my inspection contingency period will not initiate until I have receipt of CO. What is CO? It's called Certificate of Occupancy. That means that builder has worked with the city or the county, depending on where it is. They've gone through all the building inspections. They've passed final inspection, and now the city has said it's safe to occupy. Just because they have CO doesn't mean the quality's there, because there's a lot of things that the building department may not see. So you need to structure your contract to say my inspection period starts, or my contingency period starts, X amount of days from the time I receive CO, 5 days, 7 days, 10 days. Then bring in a fucking third-party home inspector that you trust to come in on your behalf and do a full inspection just like you do on a resale. Because there may be issues with electrical, there may be plumbing issues, AC issues. Who the fuck knows? The walls may not be square. The kitchen counters may not be installed correctly. These are small cosmetic things, right? Building inspector doesn't give a shit if the granite counters aren't installed right. What they're looking for doesn't meet code standard. So you need an inspector to go through and cover your ass. If issues come up, you need to then go to the builder and say, we're going to extend my inspection contingency period. Here's a laundry list of items. You need to fix it before I move forward. If a builder does not authorize you to do this, or a builder does not allow you to structure your contract to say your inspection and contingency period, which protects your money, cannot start till after CO, walk away. Big red flag. A builder should be able to stand behind their product. And if there's issues, they should be willing to fix it because they're selling a brand new home. So make sure you do that. Step 2, just because it's new, again, doesn't mean it might be a better quality than an existing resale. So go out and look at homes that have been renovated. Like, for example, No Nonsense Renovations, and compare the level of quality, finishing, especially for ones like we do that are permitted, and really see, do you see the price difference justified for new construction? Now, there's been cases where I've sold our renovations higher than new construction because new construction could not provide the level of finishings that we could for the same price point because of what they paid for the land and what construction costs are. The reality is it costs more money to construct a house than it's going to do a full gut renovation. So think about that. And lastly, understand who the fuck the builder is. Make sure they're not just some random person that all of a sudden linked up with a GC, has no experience and is building homes. Find out who their crews are. Find out who the GC is. Find how long they've been building houses. See examples of other versions of their house. Don't just see the model and be like, oh, this is gorgeous. Of course it's going to be gorgeous. It's jazzed up. Find some examples of finished properties. Talk to previous people who have bought houses from them and ask them, how was their experience? Do your due diligence, do your homework, cover your ass, and remember, new doesn't always mean better. For more information or tips that I'm providing like in this video, check me out on YouTube at No Nonsense Chris. Our Facebook is facebook.com/No Nonsense Real Estate, and our website is NoNonsenseRE.com. Hope this tip helped, guys. Good luck.